Hey, 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 Soribel Martinez here. I am so excited to come and do this 30 minutes training session with you. So what is it that we are going to talk about is how can you make your first $500,000 in your mental health practice? And what I'm going to share is the framework that generated me and my mental health practice the first $500,000 and what is it that you need to do. So, if you don't know me, let me introduce myself here. My name is Soribel Martinez. I am a licensed clinical social worker in the state of Connecticut. I am the CEO of SMPSychotherapy and Counseling Services. I am the two-time bestseller author of the book Unbreakable and the journal that comes with this amazing book. Also, I am a speaker, teacher, and also, I am the creator of the multi-million dollar private practice framework. The framework that has created the book, the companion manual, and soon we are creating a planner for mental health professionals in private practice who need to really get their hands dirty in planning their private practice. So I want to welcome you here, and I wanted to come on and do this training for you, this session for you, because I get asked this question all the time. How did you generate your first $500,000 in your private practice? And today, in this transformative 30-minute session, I want you to discover the three pillars that propel me and my private practice to the next level. And we're going to talk about one, your private practice avatar and your unbreakable talent acquisition and your unbreakable and multi-million dollar private practice marketing strategy, because those are the three things, the three pillars, the essential three pillars that have gotten me exactly where I'm at. And I'm sure that you are a mental health private practice professional, probably in solo practice, with a lot of clients, or also maybe even a wait list, and still trying to decide if you want to jump into building a group practice, or you are a group practice owner still right now, and you want to scale and you want to bring more client, more therapists into the practice, and you may not know exactly how to do that efficiently. And I want to help you do that, because these three pillars are the essential inside of my multi-million dollar private practice framework that has helped me grow faster in my private practice. So why is my multi-million dollar private practice framework relevant? It's relevant because when I started my private practice at the end of 2018, I was looking for guidance. I was looking for someone to teach me how to grow my private practice fast, and I couldn't find that help. So I decided, with my knowledge that I got from my master's in business administration and the knowledge that I got from trainings, that I was going to create my own framework to achieve the success that I needed, utilizing an easy step-by-step process framework that makes things really accessible for me. And today I want to focus in these three areas: your practice avatar, talent acquisition, and marketing strategies, because this is where your first $500,000 is, right? And then once you have down that down pack, then you can double down on it, so you can get to a million and multi-million dollars with ease and flow. Because then what you do is you continue to integrate the rest of the multi-million dollar private practice framework, so you can continue to scale faster. So let's go with step number one. Step number one is you want to identify your mental health private practice avatar. And avatar is when we get to design a very specific kind of person who we want to serve in our private practice. So this is important because we don't want to serve everyone, right? We want to serve people who we feel comfortable and we love working with. And to do that, you need to identify your ideal client, which is your avatar. And your ideal client needs to have two things, right? In order for you to identify it, there's two things that you need to focus on. You need to focus, one, you need to focus on the demographic of your ideal client for your mental health practice, and also the psychographic of your ideal client. So the demographic is all about their age, what age group you want to serve, are they married, are they single, are they children, are they adolescents, are they couples, are there families. You want to identify who they are. Do they work? Do they not work? What are some of the struggles that they're having in their own personal life with their emotions and their mental health? You want to make sure that you identify this person clearly. So what I have done for myself in my private practice is I have selected this person that I call Maria. And I designed Maria with her age, her name, where she worked, what she did for a living, what she likes to read, what are some of the mental health struggles that she's having, what are some of the psychological issues that she has, what are some of the difficulties that she's struggling with. And for me, my ideal client was struggling with depression and anxiety, and it is impacting her relationship, not just in her personal life, in her romantic life, but also in her professional life. So you want to make sure that you know who this person is inside out, right? So when you are creating your marketing strategy and your marketing plan, you know who are you talking to specifically, right? You want to be specific and you want to make sure that you're clear. The next thing is you want to know the psychographic of your ideal client, of your avatar, right? Of your practice avatar. And what is it that they value the most? Right? Do they value family? Do they value money? Do they value career? Do they value travel? What kind of thought processes do they have? What kind of worldview beliefs do they have? What are some of their purposes in life? What is it that they envision their life to be like, right? How do they envision their mental and emotional health to be, right? So you want to be specific in the psychographic. What are they struggling with? What do they dream of? What do they desire from life? How do they want to show up in the world, right? How do they communicate their needs and their desires? How do they want your services to impact that in a great and positive way? So you want to know that. You want to identify inside of your practice avatar. You want to understand that this is really important, right? And then you want to identify your ideal clients by knowing the demographic and the psychographic. And then you want to tailor your services to meet your target audience needs and desires, right? It's not about what we want, it's about what do they need, what do they desire, and how do we bring alignment in between what they need, what they desire, and what do we have to offer, right? So, once again, you want to make sure that your mental health private practice avatar is clear and that you have it clearly defined, you have it clearly identified, you know who they are, what they feel, what they need, what they want, what they desire, and then you need to provide services that will meet their needs. It's the individual therapy, it's the couples counseling, it's the family therapy. Do they need psychiatric services? Do they need personal development inside of your private practice, like online course? Do they want a book? For example, when I surveyed my clients early on when I started my private practice, everyone said that they wanted me to write a book and they wanted me to have online courses and to do workshops, right? They wanted the group therapy, they wanted support groups, they also wanted psychiatric services, and they wanted immigration services. So with their desires and needs in mind, I created and tailored my services to meet my target audience needs and desires. The next thing here is the second step here is you want to hire unbreakable talent and you want to get talent that really speaks to the needs of your ideal clients, right? So how does that look like? Hiring talent, having talent acquisition is all about you also creating that employee avatar, right? That employee avatar. And for you to identify and to recognize who is the ideal person that you want working for you inside of your mental health practice, right? So then, once you have your ideal employee, you have the avatar, and you understand who they are, also what do they value, what do they want from life, what is their vision, what is their mission, what do they desire, then you can go ahead out there and you can create job postings that really speak to that specific person. Just like your ideal clients, you employ your ideal employee deserves you to make sure that you are clear in who they are, what do they want, what skills they have, what do they value, what are the worldviews, how do they feel about clients, how do they communicate with your clients, how they will treat clients, and how will they manage stressful situations. Because yes, having clinical skills is amazing, having clinical a lot of talents in the clinical work that we do is amazing, but we want to also align that with who the person is and how they value people, how they treat people. For me, that is important in my private practice, right? Because that brings alignment in the practice with the team members, and it creates harmony. It creates a harmonious environment when you are hiring people who are in alignment with your own values, your own vision, and the mission that you have for your private practice. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to identify strategies so you can identify and recruit your unbreakable talents. When I'm talking about unbreakable, I'm talking about people who have resiliency, people who know how to deal with stressful situations. They are resilient. They don't give up. They have qualities beyond just being a great therapist and having all the great clinical acquisitions, right? Because those are great, but we want people who are also human. So the first thing, um, leverage your competency-based recruitment. What does this mean? You want to identify really what are some of the specific skills, knowledge, and attributes that are necessary for your ideal employee or independent contractor to be successful within your private practice. Make sure that you are considering, like I said before, both the hard skills, like a specific therapeutic technique and approaches, and also the soft skills such as empathy, communication skills that will make them a successful professional in your private practice, right? The next thing is create behavior-based interview. Design an interview questions that requires candidate to share a specific example of how they have demonstrated this competency in the past, right? So make sure that they're giving you a specific example that they can go in and they can draft in front of you how they have dealt with these difficulties in life. This all will give you insight in their hands-on experience and how they may perform in real life scenarios and circumstances inside of your mental health practice, right? Now, the next thing that you want to do to really the strategies that you need to really recruit the best talent for your private practice, I say number one, leverage a competency-based recruitment approach. The next one that I want you to do is I want you to cultivate a strong employer brand focused on mission. And what does this mean is you want to be able to have a mission and a vision that is in alignment with the people who you want to attract. And we do that by sharing our vision, right? Since your practice aims to create a broad scale of positive impact in the mental health field, it is crucial and important that you can communicate your mission and your vision clearly with your potential candidates, because you want to make sure that there is alignment between your mission, meaning the mission of your practice, and their mission and in what they're trying to accomplish. Provide a clear vision of how their role will contribute to the bigger purpose, to the bigger vision, right? It's not just about you, it's about the bigger vision, right? Making a position more appealing to those that are in line with your values. So they understand that it's not just about us, but it's about the greater purpose, the greater vision, and the greater mission. I believe that that allows us to really create very strong approach in terms of how we're going to hire the people that we want to hire. Because the truth is, people can talk about skills very easy, but when we're talking about vision, mission, purpose, we want to make sure that those things are in alignment so we bring the best people into our private practice. The third thing is, you want to offer professional growth opportunities, and you want to highlight the potential for growth, learning, development within your practice. So you can attract talents that are interested in continuing the professional development. For example, I just hired my first clinical director, and I hire from within, right? So it's an opportunity for her to grow, to get to the next level inside of the private practice as she continued to grow her own family and build her own desirable life, right? So we want to bring those opportunity. So far I said that step number one is we need to create our mental health practice avatar. The second thing is we talked about hiring the best unbreakable talent. How do we acquire the best talents for our private practice? And now let's talk about the third thing, which is build collaboration and relationship with other professionals and institutions. So one of the things that you want to do possibly is to have is build collaboration and relationship with other people, right? First of all, build that relationship with your own employees and independent contractors. They can bring people in to get hired to work for your private practice that has similar values that to the person who they are recommending. And what I have done with that is I have a referral program where the person who is working with me get a referral bonus, and the person who's coming in get a referral bonus if that person stays 1 year within the practice. So again, you can engage, right, that collaboration within your private practice and then outside the private practice by collaborating and creating a relationship with other institutions. For example, engage with universities and training centers. You can have training program and network in different events. And so when you build these collaborations and the relationship, what it does, it creates a very beautiful networking experience where people know more about your vision, your mission, your purpose with your private practice, and they want to send more people to you. They want to refer people to work for you, right? Because they see the benefit of the impact and the influence that you're trying to create in the world. So for me, networking looks like you can host or participate in events that bring together mental health professionals, right? Educators. You can bring other private practice owners to collaborate and to talk, right? Because this opportunity bring on the opportunity for you to identify potential candidates who aligns with your private practice vision and values, right? So here is the thing. the teams that you want to really create, you want them to have an alignment within your team value, right? You don't want to just hire anyone. You want someone that's going to come in and is going to complement, right, your unbreakable team, right? Somebody that's going to just add value to when you guys meet in meetings and you have activities together, that person is complementing, right? So also, some of my experience look like really having connections out there, having a very visible brand, and people come to me all the time wanting to work with me because they see what I have created and they enjoy, they like the value that I bring, and they like my mission, my vision, and the purpose for which I am creating this massive um, practice in the community. The last session here is about marketing strategies for so let's go again. The last session is all about marketing strategy for success in your mental health practice. And let me tell you something. We talked about the number one is your mental health private practice avatar, right? The second thing we were talking about talent acquisition. And now the third section here is all about you making sure that you have a marketing strategy that will make you successful in everything that you do. And here's the truth. A lot of people say, well, all I need is word to mouth. All I need is word to mouth. Well, yeah, word to mouth is good. Like I get clients all the time, referring all the clients, all their families to our private practice. But word of mouth, not word to mouth. Word of mouth, excuse me, is not a tangible, and it's not predictable because you don't know when people are going to be referring people to your private practice, right? So you want to have something where you have some control on how you are positioning your private practice as the go-to mental health place to get their needs met, right? And we do that with intentionally, right, having a marketing strategy and plan that will help us scale our mental health practice. Word of mouth is excellent, right? If you are solo provider and you're not looking to really grow and scale. But if you are a person that looking to expand into a group practice, or you have a group practice and you want to scale it to hiring more people, you definitely need a marketing strategy that will position you as the go-to expert in your community. Now, one of the things that you have to do is to accomplish this is you have to develop and leverage a client-centered content strategy. That looks like you identifying the channels and the audience in your where your audience hang out. For example, it's a Google, right? It's a Facebook, it's the Instagram, it's the LinkedIn. It's a, if you provide therapeutic services to professionals only, right? Working professionals, then you want to probably make sure that you are inside of LinkedIn. So you want to make sure that you know where your clients are hanging out so you can strategically develop and leverage a client-centered content strategy. How does that look like? At first, we need to have educational content. And educational content is creating blog posts, videos, or webinar that provide valuable information on mental health topics relevant to your target audience, right? It's not just talking about anything and everything. It's about topics that are going to educate your target audience. This positions your private practice as an authority in the field, and it helps potential clients understand how your services can address their specific needs and what positions you differently from the private practice next door, right? The second thing is that you want to offer resources, right? For example, I offer my blogs are there. I offer we offer our blogs, articles. I also have free resources in like the opt-in. We have an opt-in where we give people the 5 steps that the 5 things that they need to know in order to select the best mental health professional counselor for them and their family, right? So have a resource page inside of your website where people can go and look at those resources, right? For example, our blogs are being used constantly by our clients because they go see the added value that helps them work on their specific issue, but also establishes our private practice as supportive and knowledgeable, right? That we care, that we know what are some of the issues that they are dealing with. Now, the second step in your marketing strategy is for you to build, is for you to utilize targeted community engagement and partnership. And how does that look like is you can be a speaker, you can do webinars, you can do seminars, you can do workshops, you can do groups, support groups in collaboration with local community centers, schools, businesses. You can address relevant mental health topics, right? With your blogs, with videos. So you can demonstrate the commitment to the community and allow potential clients to experience your practice expertise firsthand, right? Because we are collaborating. For example, you want to collaborate with other doctors' offices. You want to collaborate with schools. Maybe you can bring talks to the school. Maybe you can do parenting workshops to attract your ideal client. The thing is that you need to keep in mind that you are going to need to build a strategic alliances, right? You may want to partner with other healthcare professionals, right? Maybe you want to partner with psychiatrists or maybe psychiatric APRNs, maybe educational institution. Maybe you want to look partner with local businesses to cross promote your services, right? And these partnerships are really can help you expand and reach your ideal client faster and establish your mental health practice as an integral part of a larger health and wellness network, right? It's not just about us, it's about everything else, right? And then we want to engage in social responsibility initiative, right? Participate in or sponsor local community events. Like we have a sponsored events, right? We have a sponsor events and we continue to sponsor events. So not that to just allow our names to be in front of our ideal clients, but we want to have a commitment, right, to the community. So you can give to charity and you can align this vision with everything that you do. For example, something that SM Psychotherapy and Counseling Services does is that we have the JC Precious Mind Foundation. The foundation is established to help children in the Dominican Republic who has a special needs like Down syndrome, autism, or any other psychiatric, psychological, or neurological issue that they need support. And we provide them with financial support. So that's how we bring that social responsibility initiative to the bigger, broader, and a broader perspective. The last thing is you want to implement a comprehensive digital marketing approach. In the time and age where we live in right now, traditional marketing works really well and it has worked for us tremendously. But we also want to think about the digital marketing. And one of the things that you want to have is an optimized website. And make sure that your website is user-friendly and contains clear, concise information about your services, the practitioners that work inside of your private practice, right? And make sure that you implement SEO best practices to enhance your visibility on the search engines like Google, right? So when people are looking for services, you can come up on Google. I would say don't create your own website. Make sure you get a professional creating a very optimized, beautiful website for you, right? The next thing is utilize social media. Quite often I hear mental health professionals that are very scared of using social media because of, they're afraid that, confidentiality, all of that. But if you set very clear boundaries with your clients will go consume the content and continue and move on. I get referrals all the time through social media. The person just sends a message, hey, how can I contact you for services? And all I do is I say, hey, contact my secretary and she will take care of you. There's no need to be no more conversations around that, right? The next thing is utilizing social media and stop being afraid of it. Engage with your audience through social media platform by sharing informative content, right? Hosting lives or Q&A sessions about particular mental health issues, and create a community that they feel that they're supported, right? So social media channels will allow you to interact and engage with the people who potentially are going to come to your private practice, and they're going to refer you to other people. You need to have a social media presence. You need to have an online presence. And the last thing when it comes to marketing strategy is implement a paid advertising. And people are, especially mental health providers, very scared to pay advertising. And paid advertising really is a good way of you bringing clients consistently. Or Google Ads bring clients every single day, every single day, every single day. You don't have to conform to just having a psychology today or good therapy, practice, a good therapy profile. You can invest in targeted advertisement campaigns through platforms like Google Ads, Facebook advertising, and you can segment your audience and craft personalized messages to attract your ideal client. And the truth is that these strategies are tailored to nurture and to help your clients understand that they need your services and you are the best person for them. So what I'm offering to you is right here is for you to schedule a $1 million private practice business audit. And this business audit, what it's going to do is going to help you get a really clear understanding of where you are right now in your private practice, where you want to be, and what is the gap, right? So in this call with you, in this assessment, I always use my multi-million dollar private practice framework, and specifically those three pillars, the your avatar, getting more, hiring more therapists, and your marketing strategy, right? Because the truth is that you need to be able to implement strategies that are proven to work. So I want you to leave your comments below this video and let me know what kind of questions do you have. I want to encourage you and I want to invite you to schedule the $1 million private practice business audit. So I can utilize these three pillars of business success so I can help you get from where you are to where you want to be. And you can begin making that first $500,000 in your private practice. It is all possible if you are willing and available to be coachable. You are willing and available to invest your time, your energy, your money, and your resources, right? A business requires you to really invest in yourself, and you need to create unbreakable leadership so you can be influential in the community and in the mental health sector. And these strategies can really be powerful, and they can be an extension of how the positive impact that you aim to create in our community. And let me tell you something, there is an important role of branding, advertising, and community engagement. It really gives people insight in everything that you do, and they're going to want to come and work with you because you positioning yourself as an expert. So again, this is Soribel Martinez, and today we talked about how can you make the first $500,000 in your mental health practice, and I share with you the same framework that I use to achieve that in my private practice. So today we talked about one, your avatar, right? We need to create your practice avatar. That is so extremely important. The second thing is talent acquisition. How do you get the best Unbreakable team out there for your private practice? And the session number 3 was your marketing strategies, how to unleash the power of technology that can make your private practice stand out from the crowd, and you can create massive, massive, massive impact, influence. You can double, triple your income. You can eliminate overwhelm and a burnt out, and you can create time and financial freedom for you and your family while you create an amazing vision and mission of better health for all here in the United States and around the world. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. And schedule your $1 million private practice business audit today. You will not regret. Adios.